What's going on, everybody? Welcome back down the Barbarian Bar. We are talking about the Vosteed Thunderbird. Pretty sweet knife. I've already had a chance to look at it, and I'm quite excited to show you guys. Last year, I carried the Vosteed Corsair. This was probably the knife that took a ton of pocket time in Nitro V. A very cool knife. And then the other second contender was the Raccoon from Vosteed. And this is the crossbar one, and Vosteed has a top lock, which I am pretty excited to check out here. This one is a little different blade steel. This is the 14C28N. The Raccoon, though, I tell you, this is a nice, fun budget knife, but it just doesn't fail. It's so smooth. We're not here to talk about those. We are here to talk about the Thunderbird. Let's take a look here. A little excited about these knives. There's the box, pretty standard Vosteed. Some of their higher end knives, or mid-grade knives, I guess maybe you could say, come in these nice little tins. They're gonna come in a nice little pouch with a zipper and a loop panel with a rain dry patch, however you do want to call them. I am quite a fan of that. You put that on any pouch. I have a pouch from Vosteed right here. It's got a zipper in front, zipper at the top, and some molly webbing there. Pockets. So I'm gonna take that off right now and put that right there. Because in the tin is also a sticker, a microfiber cloth with Vosteed's logo on it. No, I want to keep the blade clean, and ooh, that's unique. Different type of loop, but also comes with its own Thunderbird patch. Put that right on there as well. Oh yeah, that is sweet. And I think that glows in the dark. You know, a little light on there. I think it glows in the dark. Well, by golly, it does glow in the dark. You can't see that, but that glows in the dark. So even better. Let's take a look at the knife here. This is the Thunderbird. Ooh, just right off the bat, nails it. Really quick here. This is called GT Mascus. It is G10 in a topograph style. Very cool, very cool. And this stuff is in my way, but this knife is really kind of got me excited. It is ambidextrous and all over. You get a spot so with a deep carry pocket clip can be reversed on the other side. That's kind of a big deal. But what makes this knife even more exciting is it's got many deployment options. Your typical, you know, of course, back flipper, however you want to call it. It's not really a flipper tab. So it's a back flipper, button lock. You got a front flipper, over the top flipper, however you want to call that. You got this fuller here and a hole. So a fuller and a hole. Let's see if we can do it here. Ah, there we go. It was so smooth. And then you can also, of course, thumb roll it, or I should say thumb flick it, or thumb roll it. You would think based off of how you're looking at it, it looks very thin and long, but man, I tell you what, man, also that jimping feels like my thumb really gets into place. I know I may sound like I'm getting really excited about this, but man, this really does fit well. This particular model is an S35VN blade steel. They also have Thunderbirds that not only have the G10, but they have titanium with also other blade steels being the M390. But this one, man, I tell you what, this is one that could probably spend a lot more time in the pocket this year. I really do like that. And I see it does very good. I like the kind of a frag style on the button lock. Oh man, it just works. It got a little bounce on the bottom of it, but that's pretty much how all button locks are. Really good. I'm gonna call that a finger choil just because my finger does fit in there pretty well. As far as it being a sharpening choil, yeah, I would say finger choil because of the size of it. To go over kind of some just quick backs here, really quick here. Overall length, you're looking at 8.2 inches. The The blade length is just shy under 3.5 inches. The blade width here, of course, here is 1.10. Blade thickness is 0.118 or 3 millimeters. Blade material, we talked about it earlier, is the S35VN. And you do have a compound grind Tonto harpoon. So just have just a little bit of harpoon in there. The handle length is 4.72. Handle width is 1.03. The handle thickness is 0.47. And then of course we talked about that handle material being GT Mascus Topo G10. This is the green Topo. The weight of it is 3.77. And we talked about all the opener options. You've got the front flipper, back flipper, thumb hole, and a fuller. That fuller is cool if you want to use your middle finger down or your ring finger. Oop, I failed that one. There we go. All right. It's actually called a Trek lock. I mistakenly called that a button lock, but it's actually a Trek lock. The Trek lock is patent pending. It's an innovation that perfectly combines multi-deployment options. So one thing about this knife, you're going to see a lot of other knives that are multi-opening, and in my opinion, that's got to be the designer and probably also manufacturer worst nightmare, because you have to have that lock being perfect. Every one of these deployments just has to be on spot, otherwise what's the point of having them all? And I'm going to tell you what, this one definitely is working for me. I do think, ooh, I failed that one. That's user error though. All right, yeah, definitely works really well. No more thumb in the closing path. That is huge. Liner locks, for me, not a huge fan of them. One thing I like about the raccoon, of course, the crossbar, no fingers in front of the blade crossbar. I am not a fan of liner locks for that, because of that exact reason. You gotta put your thumb in there, roll it down, or anything that gets your fingers in harm's way. To me, not a fan of that. Brass back spacer here, which also has a spot for a lanyard. There's no holes in here, so it's not super gaudy looking if you don't want to put one in there. But for people like me who like lanyards, you got a little stud inside there for a lanyard. The pivot assembly does have caged ceramic bearings inside there. That's why it is so butter smooth. Let's cut stuff with it. Let's see if it cuts, right? Let's grab some paper really quick here. I had to go snag some printer paper. Let's just see how it cuts. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, okay. Oh man, that just, wow, okay. Run out of blade. Oop, that was me. Got caught on the finger control. That's not the knife, I'll tell you that much. This is nice. That S35VN. Okay. Oh my, yeah, man, I like that. Drop shutty, fidgety. This has got fashion, fun, function, fidget. Vosteed did pretty good here. I like this. Well, I would say Vosteed did pretty good with the Thunderbird here. I'm a fan of it. It cuts paper. You'll have to come back and check out the review when it comes down to throwing some cardboard in front of it, throwing some rope, some real world tasks towards it. But so far, this could spend a lot of time in my pocket. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. I do have another one. Should I show you guys the other Vosteed? You know what? You're just gonna have to hit subscribe. Make sure you check out those notifications and come back. Everyone have a great day, and make sure your coffee is stronger than your toddler. Man, this is nice. The balance is just there. Are you guys still here? Sorry. Insert.